Every year, I offer my labyrinth at the end of the Martin Luther King Jr. Parade in Los Angeles in historic Leimert Park in the African American community. The labyrinth dates back to ancient Egypt, and I love sharing it in the community to help people connect with their authentic self. When people approach the labyrinth, I ask them to read the sign. If it's a child, I ask them their age and if they can read. If they can read, I invite them to read the sign. And if they cannot read, I ask them if they believe in God. And if they do, to talk to God while they're doing their walk. The labyrinth is not just for children. Actually, it's for adults. But what amazes me is to watch children run to the labyrinth, be excited about it, ask their parents if they can walk. Parents say yes. And then I go to the parents and I say, but when families walk together, families are healed and strengthened. And more often than not, the parent will say to me, that's okay. Let my kid go. I'll just sit and watch. The children love to run on the labyrinth. It's quite a challenge sometimes to slow them down. But the young ones, the ones under 5, particularly the ones between 2 and 4, can't really follow the path. Instead, they like to run around in circles and just enjoy the freedom of being on the labyrinth and the pattern of the circular movement. This young man, he'll probably end up being a track star. He had great form, and he was able to follow the path to some degree. He really enjoyed the labyrinth. Sometimes they will crawl. This young lady enjoyed the experience. She was in the labyrinth for over an hour, and she walked, she laid, she crawled, and did a number of things. One of my favorite things to watch is the babies. They love to be in the center of the labyrinth, all that space to themselves as they crawl around or sit and bask in the sun and the joy of being in the labyrinth and having the freedom of being on their own. When they get to the center, they do a number of things. This young boy decided to read the booklet that I offer that explains in more detail what the labyrinth is about. At least he was reading when he wasn't watching me take his picture. And sometimes they just like to lay in the middle of the labyrinth and enjoy each other's company and enjoy the energy of the labyrinth and being in the presence of God. I had my youngest person sign up for my email list. This young man, without being asked, grabbed the pen and wrote his name, including an email address, which I couldn't read, but that's okay, because just knowing that he had that interest, I bet he'll come back every year, and this is something he will remember for a lifetime. This year we had drummers on the labyrinth, and one young man was so impressed and enticed by the drummers that he wanted to come and play the drums himself. And of course, our drummer was happy to allow him to do that. As a matter of fact, we also had a yoga group that did their yoga exercise and then did some phenomenal yoga dancing and African American dancing and African dancing to the drummers. You can click the link there and watch. It's about 10 to 15 minutes long. Whether you watch some or all, you will enjoy the drumming and the dancing that took place at the labyrinth this year. It was a phenomenal experience that I thoroughly enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed what I've shared with you. If you would like more information or would like to bring the labyrinth to your organization, to your church, then just contact me. You can email me at coaching@normahollis.com or call me 323-734-7144.